like gasp and like step to the side as you like walk in, and yeah, but you see that one of the wizards says, "Well, Mistress is still sort of upset. She's licking her wounds somewhere else. She's not coming back, probably for a little bit."
Oh, that's a shame. I would have loved to have seen her face as I walked in.
It's fine. We weren't going to get answers from her anyways.
Eh,
Can you?
yeah, but it still would have been funny as hell.
I would love to see that look on her face. But he looks to one of the other wizards and he says, "Why do you people work for her?"
You see that one of the wizards says, "Most of us have different reasons. For me, it was because my family worked here for a long time and expected me to. Some other people, well, as you can imagine, the goddess of magic pays pretty well.
Yeah, but I
It,
mean, the pay can't be worth
All get
being
paid?
around.
I'm just saying, I'm doing all this for free.
Right? And you're the Arcanorum thing, whatever that. You're the probably the most important one here, and you're not even getting paid for it. Damn.
Well, hey, I'm sure they do very important work.
Oh well, well, I know that, but you are the most important. If you had this big title, long word that I can't pronounce on your names, you know.
Yeah, and I'm a guy who doesn't even live here, and yet I'm still doing this shit for free.
Yeah. I'm the complete opposite of of a god or an angel or whatever the hell she's supposed to be, and I'm doing this for free. But
you see one of the... Yeah, sorry.
no. You see one of the work what?
So the wizard looks at you and says, like, "Well, yeah, I don't really know much about Mistra's kind of like official paying policy outside of the company here, but um, I don't know where she is, and I'm really sorry about that. Um,
Oh,
hey,
don't
aren't you
worry.
guys banned from this?"
And
Well, while we're
and
here, I do have one question.
Again, Vox Arcanorum, son of a demon queen, guy who, you know what? Honestly,
interstellar
this is much.
travel.
The guy who travels across the multiverse. Honestly, this isn't that big of a problem.
He like shrugs and says, "Okay, well, fair enough. You know, I don't get paid enough to push you guys out, so who
You
cares?" But
literally just said you. Anyway, just
Which of you is, well studied in previous magic users? Like, any of you familiar with the name Karsus?
one of the wizards in the back kind of like perks up and raises his hand and says, "Yeah, I know a fair bit about the wizard. Why?"
How much do you know about Mistra?
He says, "Well, it's a long story. It might. What are you? What information are you looking for?"
Well, has she always been Mistra, or has she changed over time?
He nods and says, "No, she hasn't always been Mistra. Previously, she was Midnight, the goddess of something else, but not the goddess of magic. And the original Mistra was killed during the calamity. Midnight came and took her name, and that's where that's basically who she is now."
Wait, what kind of god names themselves Midnight?
I don't think they name themselves. Regardless, that's
It's the,
exactly what I was looking for. Thank you.
seriously, what is it with you? What is it with you Exandrians and having weird names?
I like my name.
And not you, you're fine.
Yeah.
I mean,
Um,
Mona was on the spot thing, so
Okay, well, I'm talking about like deities in general. I mean,
oh,
Midnight. Let's see, what was another? The Raven something. The
The Raven
the
Queen.
Yeah, exactly. Her. Like, that's a title, not a name. Like, come on, guys.
Well, surely her name's just secret because she has such a high authority position.
Eh, still, you guys and deities are really weird.
Tell me
Ned
about it.
looks to the party and is like, "No offense to you guys. You guys are fine." Looks back to the wizard and is like, "Maybe some offense to you guys. I don't know. I don't really know you."
The wizard's kind of like shrug and is like, "Oh well," and just kind of walk away.
Do we have anything else to do here, or I just have one thing, but if you all wanted to check something.
Well, I could head back out to keep an eye on your dad. I mean, I don't think he's just gonna sail off and let this place be.
I doubt it, but I don't think he's coming back here now.
Well, he, well, considering that he knows that this place doesn't have the exact information that he desires, let's just hope he never finds out who actually does.
Yes?
Question.
Yep.
Question. Okay. Alright, so did all the wizards who were looking at us pretty much like go away after that guy was like, whatever, you know?
Yes. Yeah.
Alright. Can I sneak and look for a spell book? And I want to try to steal one.
Right.
Okay.
Just out of spite.
I'm heading back out.
For that bitch.
I'm heading back outside.
Okay. Fair enough.
Yeah, you just see like Zelron kneel, like lean over like this, and then starts moving like a crab, and then you're like, I'm out.
Yep, that's exactly how it goes.
Yeah, Zelran, you steal one of the spell books from the library and then dip out of the palace.
Yeah, he just grabbed a random one, and so he's just gonna like he'll see which spell he took when he gets out. Just this little surprise. So it could be any spell you pick. Guys, don't set me up
Oh,
for
no.
failure. But yeah, he just steals a random spell book and he just.
All right.
And then Lucas is heading back outside to see where all the ships are as of now.
The ships have sailed off into the distance, and the attack has been called off.
So I sort of have the main room to myself now, right? Of the building.
Yes.
Are the spirits still there?
Yes.
Is the silhouette still there?
Yes.
I'm gonna call out to it. Just sort of a, hey, come over here.
The spirit hesitates and then walks a little bit forward towards you. And you do see, like, it does seem to, like, have a mouth that physically moves, but words don't come out of it.
Can I cast Detect Thoughts on the spirit?
Shit.
Yes, you can. Let me look up the specifics.
Oh, I think I can put it in chat.
Okay, thank you.
There we go.
Okay, so... Okay. So, its surface thoughts, you hear a feminine voice that you recognize. It says, I'm sorry, it's all my fault. If I had been smarter, if I had known, I don't blame you. I'm not angry. I'm sorry.
Don't be sorry for anything.
The voice goes, but it is. It's my fault. I should have been a better sister to you.
You know it wasn't me, right?
I know that now. I was listening to your conversations with the goddess. And still, I do feel bad that when we were younger, I was a pretty mean sibling, I won't lie.
You were never so bad to me. I mean, nobody deserves what happened to you, but especially not you. I shouldn't have made a deal with her in the first place.
I am not angry at you. Being a spirit is pretty nice. I might not be able to touch things, but I can fly around now. That's cool.
I did notice you've been following me around a bit. I'm sure you've seen some interesting things.
She nods and says, yeah, I probably wouldn't have been able to see things like this if I was alive. But I'm not angry at you, and I don't blame you for what happened because it's not your fault.
You shouldn't blame yourself either.
Thank you for coming here. I kind of thought when you left you'd never come back, because that's a mean goddess you're dealing with.
Yeah, really was not lucky on the draw of gods and goddesses, was I?
Oh, man. I'm so sorry.
It's okay. I'm sure I'll figure out something to deal with her. I have kind of an odd question, but all of this is odd, so.
Jesus. Well, there's nothing in this world that isn't odd anymore. I'm a spirit now, so.
Fair point. Have you. I mean, were you in my dreams?
She nods and like points to the back of the room, and you see there is a doorway that's like an arch, and she says, Mistra allowed me to communicate with you over long distances, but it only worked kind of like every now and again. That's why I didn't appear in your dreams every night. But essentially, any spirit that enters that world can, or that doorway, is able to enter anybody's dream that they wish for.
So, what was the book?
The book, you said?
Yeah, the one that you were watching.
That book I don't know much about. Mistress said it had been there since pretty much the dawn of time. I was just curious about it, and I was only watching it for a short time.
You said you were told to watch it by, I don't think you gave me a name, I can't remember.
It's true. She did give me an order to watch it, but she didn't give me any details about what it was or who wrote it or how it came into existence. Just to look at it, I guess.
Huh. I guess nobody can fully understand her motives.
Yeah. You gonna be okay? Going on a whole ass adventure? All that?
It's not so bad, you know. I've seen so many places and new things.
She says, well, I envy you for that. Not much else, though. And she, like, motions to where Mistra was standing.
Well, apparently you've been in contact with her, so maybe we're both in a similar boat.
Yeah. I don't want to take up any more of your time.
It's talking to you is worth all the time.
I'm glad. And again, sorry for being such a bad sister.
Sorry my body was used to murder you in your sleep.
We'll call it even. And she just shrugs.
Sure.
And you see that your sister's spirit form vanishes.
I will kind of pause for a moment and then exit to meet the others.
All right.
Before Adelaide comes out of the door, he's gonna like bust through the door as she's like going towards like actually like opening it up and leaving. She'd be like, "Oh my God, Adelaide, guess what?
Oh, you're gonna give me a heart attack. What?
Look at this!" And he holds up the canvas. He says, "I painted this, the scene, the castle, everything."
Oh, that was fast.
I know, right?
It's beautiful.
Thank you, thank you. You see, I just wanted to make sure. Oh, and look, you see that little blue speck right there? That little like blue glowy little speck right there? Well, I wanted to make sure that I got the tail of Vistra correctly. So on top of her, you can see a boulder.
So you're predicting the future now.
Yes.
Your pose.
Oh my, up there he is.
Wait, what?
No. Oh,
He
you froze.
froze.
I did?
Yeah.
No, he says, yeah, I am predicting the future. It's a boulder on top of her head.
Impressive new skill.
It depends on who's gonna put it on there, though. Lucas, are you down to clown?
What? Throw a boulder onto a goddess's head? I think I'm in enough trouble as is.
All right, well then I
Let's
guess
do it.
we're in. Yeah, see? You can have
Either way.
this. And he hands it over to her.
Either way. Supposedly we've managed to stop a war so far. We managed to piss off a god, which honestly I'm not that worried about.
That's another Tuesday for me and my family.
So, it seems like your dad's actually gone. All the ships took off.
Well, I'd say that's a good thing, but I'm kind of afraid of what he's going to get into next.
Um,
Not much you can get into unless he wants to look for red herring, considering we have the thing he wants most. So we will have to probably find someone to keep tabs on him. Ooh. All right. So, okay. Now I know this sounds weird, but you remember that time when we were on the boats, and for a time we actually got Astrid to help us for a bit. But that's only because she said she, for the right price, she will, switch sides if need be. What if someone, aka us, paid her off to keep tabs on your father?
That works until she gets paid off even more and gives us false information.
But that's the thing. She won't have to know.
ow.
Astrid won't have to know we're paying her.
Well, no. I mean, like, they don't need to know that we're paying Astrid. She just needs to keep her trap shut, do her normal thing that she usually does when she's around them, and just not mention the fact that we are paying her off to be a double agent.
You think she can do that?
Probably not, but I mean, that's the thing that I have in mind. And oddly, she likes me, so I get the feeling that I have a better chance at doing this.
She's probably like
He's
that
got
with a lot of people.
Okay, no, okay,
I
no need
mean,
to like ruin a man's vibe. Okay, please let me have this.
It's a good plan, but if it goes wrong, that's just gonna get me further on the bad side.
You're right. Um, well, the double agent thing as a whole, as a plan, could work, but maybe not with Astrid. We would have to find someone else if you did want to keep tabs on him.
True.
unfortunately, we don't really know anyone else.
You
Until we
see,
figure something. Oh, go ahead.
my bad, my bad, my bad. You see, Laura suggests like, I mean, Gilbo could. He knows how to disguise himself with magic. I mean, just a suggestion.
I mean, wait, who's Gilmore? This is Lucas in character, because yes, I know who Gilmore is.
He says, you know, the man who helped us last time we got jumped by Godric and Astrid.
Oh, right.
Oh, that
Oh, the
guy.
guy who died like twice.
Well, yes.
Well, he has a
But-
better track record than me, so.
I
Uh,
have another candidate as well, just to put up to the table so we can decide. Okay, I will have to make a quick call though.
Oh.
why? Who are you thinking?
Let's just say that back in the olden days, my mother had a companion with her, and if we can find a way to somehow nab that companion, if she can lend us her little companion, we can use that creature to keep tabs.
Huh?
It's hard. I'll let you know if I can get a hold of her, and if I can get a hold of that, then I will explain more. But if not, then it's nothing. But does
Well,
anyone have any goats I can sacrifice?
No, I can't say that I do.
Oh, well, I guess I have to stick with good
no.
old cell phone. I'm just kidding.
Um, are you gonna, pull out your little thing and call your mom?
Yeah, he's gonna contact his mommy.
Oh yeah. You see, you pull out the little thing, and it rings for a bit, and your mom's face appears, and she goes, "Hey, Zoran, how's it going?"
Hiya, mom. Okay, so. Okay, so you remember back in a long time ago, back when you used to roam the land, fighting monsters, slaying dragons, and other things that I won't mention. You remember those times, and how you also had a little dragon companion with you.
Yeah, I do. I mean, how could I forget? Why the dragon in particular, though?
Because let's just say that things are getting a little heated between one of my friend's gods and that same friend's father, and we need dragon to spy. So if we can get your little buddy to keep a nice little survey on them.
Uh, sure, yeah. That sounds like a lot to unpack, but who am I to question it?
Well, I mean, you are the empress of you know of this, so I mean,
Hmm.
I you
Well,
would be in a pretty high position to question such things.
Zelron, you are my son, and I will accept most things you request me for. Most.
Most. I don't even want to know what you won't, but I'm not gonna test the waters.
He says, "Good idea. Okay, well, I'll send the dragon to do a little investigating on your friend's what was it? Your friend's father and their god, or
Yeah, just I guess bring her here, and then I'll give her the debrief.
understood. She's on her way.
Okay, thank you so much. I love you. Tell mom I also said I love her. I haven't talked to her in a long time.
All right, I will. Take care.
Bye bye. Bye bye. And then you see, as soon as he gets off the phone, a face of realization washes over him from what Kristalina told him.
A, lo-
And
a long
and
time ago.
so he just like closes the phone. He's just like, okay. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Well, so to give the good news, Pyra will be joining us, and I will be giving her the debrief. And for you who don't know, I know y'all don't, but Pyra is a little pseudo dragon who went everywhere with my mother when she was traveling. I don't know if Lucas, I don't know if your father remember it or even paid attention to it at all, but she was always with my mom when she was, doing her whole thing.
Lucas is you could see Lucas is like going through Garcis's notes, just kind of looks back. Huh?
So, he's just like, carry on. But yes, Pyra is a very trusted ally to my mother, and I know for a fact that she will be a trusted ally to us, and we'll be able to be discreet and be a good watchful eye over. Alora, I believe you. I don't know if you might remember, but
Oh shit, I keep forgetting Alora's with us. Okay, that's out of character. Okay, I honestly Lucas knows, but it's like I said, is going through Garcis's notes.
Okay. Yeah, you see, she says, "Well, it was a long time ago, but
yeah. But yeah, when you see her, you'll know. But yeah, so she should be arriving any moment now. So I guess we'd better start loading up on the boat before she arrives. And be right back. I gotta get me something to drink. Be right back. I'm not gonna be long.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, give me 1 second.
Oh my God.
I have so much dirt I need to dig up on this goddess.
Right. And not only that, I just realized a part of something that I honestly don't think anyone is going to like the idea.
Oh no.
It's nothing stupid, and it doesn't involve Lucas doing something stupid.
Interesting. You have me hooked.
Yeah, now I'll bring it up when everyone comes back.
Right.
Hey guys, I'm back. My sister's gonna watch me play Dungeons and Dragons now, I guess.
Hello.
Hi.
Hey, I'm
All right,
back.
Uh,
welcome back. All right,
All right.
so
So as Lucas is going through Carsis's notes, specifically the ones like depicting related to like the Avatar spell, uh, is there anything in it specifically saying that it has to be like an avatar of Mistra, or is there any way to like sub substitute another god, for lack of better
um,
words?
yeah, go ahead and roll me an Arcana check real quick.
Yay! Which I'm for some reason proficient in. We're just not going to judge. Oh shit, 21.
Okay, on the 21, you flip through the notes. You do think that it's possible to substitute another god, though again, it is a 12th level spell and probably would take more than one caster.
Wait, what are you trying to do?
So Lucas is kind of looking through this, and and it's like, huh.
Did you find something?
So, well, okay, so I'm going through this guy's notes, right? And like Laura said, this particular spell, which I'm guessing what your father is looking for, it's very high level. Honestly, it would probably take more than one caster. I mean, honestly, safest bet would probably be like two, like maybe three. But honestly, if you want to be really safe, maybe five if you want to be, if you feel confident. But supposedly, this spell, like we know that Karsus used this to become an avatar of Mystra, right?
Right.
It doesn't. So, from looking at this spell, it doesn't have to be Mystra to become to be the avatar of. You can choose any of the gods.
That seems more dangerous.
Yeah, though still, the idea of your father or anyone even looking for the spell,
It's
like I
terrifying.
said, it's terrifying. But because the idea of your father being the avatar of, honestly, even being the avatar of Mister would be terrifying as hell. And I know I brought up the idea of me possibly becoming an avatar of a god, though honestly, that would probably break more rules than my father.
Well, I mean, if there were any sort of avatar becoming people, I think that if anybody, Adelaide is the best candidate, considering her, natural freaking. Somehow she's managed to attract all of Mistra along with these spirits and stuff. But
Yeah,
also,
I was honestly.
you won't have to worry about risking any rules with you, and I'm well below the status of a god. I'm below mortals, so I
Why
Well, I
are
mean,
why are we considering doing this at all? I mean, shouldn't we be considering like destroying the work?
Oh yeah, well that's just like a hypothetical, if you became an avatar.
Well, if we're being hypothetical, would that kick the current Mistra out of her position, or would she still be a god?
Good
I
question.
mean, the current mistress is spirit, so honestly, if you became the avatar of the goddess of magic, I don't think said spirit's gonna really do shit.
I think if that's
All,
if that's the case, then this changes the game.
yeah, also, and also, uh, DM,
Hmm.
from reading the notes, would that essentially remove Spirit Mistra from play?
Um,
You're our leading
yeah.
expert in god knowledge.
uh, yes. It pretty much, yeah, you go in and you become that version. You become that god or goddess, and then the spirit is like pushed out.
Yeah. So yeah, Lucas kind of like skims through notes and is like, "Oh shit, yeah, no, yeah, no." So if I'm reading this right, which Laura back me up here, because if I'm reading this right, if you were to become the avatar of the goddess of magic, it would actually push Spirit Mistra out of play for you to become the only embodiment of the goddess here in the material plane.
So in essence, you would become Mistra. Just not,
Uh,
obviously, like you wouldn't have the same like personality traits as you. You would be yourself, but you would be Mistra.
it's different, but still sounds gross.
Yeah. But I mean,
I,
hey, at least this is a comforting thought that she wasn't she was never really like the only Mistra. So I mean, I guess the name, even though it does sour, it is sour. At least if you take the helm, then that means you won't have to associate yourself with her anymore.
Also on a side note, does that mean we're pissed off at the goddess entirely, or we're just pissed off at this version of the goddess?
I think this version mostly,
Well,
at least
the
I am.
first version was.
Hmm. Anyway, but yeah, and honestly, I agree. The idea of one of us three using this spell is honestly a better idea than having your dad, Godric, or even Sigmar using this.
It'll only be a matter of time before someone realizes that we have it. It'll be a while, but it's inevitably gonna find like someone's eventually gonna find out. So we have
I
to
mean, the only
either, huh?
I mean, the only other people aside of Laura that knows we have it was that pixie guy and Vincent.
Well,
Pixie guy is dead. Vincent's soul got used to. Oh, wait a minute.
Oh no.
Vincent's soul got used
as
to
the
resurrect Karsus.
so
Oh, we're screwed.
yeah, it's only a matter of time. So either we have two options: a, excuse me, we burp. Mm. Uh, a we figure out. Oh no, a we figure out who's gonna become the Avatar and toss the book aside, or we destroy the book and none of us become anything. And that means that they won't have a chance to become anything either.
I mean,
Except
if
the
Carl
idea that,
incarnated, so
except the idea that Karsus is now alive and
Well, even then,
he might.
they're on the expedition to look for the book, and they're gonna look at any outlet, any information, any small little detail, and eventually those breadcrumbs will all line up to us. Eventually, even if someone who knew about us isn't alive or doesn't know that we have it, eventually their trail is gonna lead to us. So we would have to make a decision by then, before that happens.
Well, either way, I can at least say this. If we do agree to at least use Mistra for this play, it's got to be someone that uses magic, which automatically kicks me out. Because
And
the last thing we need is an avatar of a god uh, that is using the embodiment of someone not from here who can also turn into for lack of better words, that can turn into a monster. I don't think that's going to send the right message.
we have connections to a lot of powerful people. I'm sure we could find somebody suitable.
yeah, we do have someone suitable. I know someone who's suitable. And he just stares daggers at Adelaide.
I'm absolutely not suitable.
Well, I
I
mean,
mean,
you are number one, you're the
we're-
only one here who has ties to Mistra. And y she claims that you're this Arcanacramia.
Vox Vox Arcanorum.
That
Come on, I don't use magic, and even I can pronounce it.
it's a long word. uh but not only is it your ties, but I mean, you are. I would say you're pretty damn good with magic. Am I right, guys?
I'm not built
I
for
mean,
battle. I collapse every time we, encounter danger.
Yeah.
I'm.
or I
I'm.
mean, yeah,
I don't want to be immortal.
yeah. Honestly,
Yeah,
that's a fair
that's a fair
point.
point, honestly.
All
Well,
right, we can backpedal it for now, but we gotta at least keep the idea open. And honestly, between the three of us, Zelrun's right. Adelaide, you're the only one who would be a perfect example to actually become the avatar of Mistra.
and then you can finally rewrite that. You can actually finally rewrite that that sour taste that you've always had, and you can actually give Mistra a proper good name instead of it being soiled by whoever the hell is taking the mantle now. Because if you can become a better Mistra than anybody ever
Plus,
was, then
plus, if you become the Avatar of Mistra, you would not be the Vox Arcanorum anymore,
And then I'd
I
have to
think.
find a new one.
yeah, but you won't have to do any sneaky shit to do that because you
Yeah,
know
no,
from
you could
experience.
actually, yeah, make it a more nobilistic thing where it doesn't involve blackouts, exploding magic, and
Killing.
other stupid shit.
True, I really didn't have any information when I made that deal with her. That was. It would be good to not prey on people that are vulnerable.
Right.
Uh,
So if and like what's good about it is that even if you don't become the Arcanosaurus, and if you don't become Mistra, eventually that Mistra will end up finding someone, and they'll be inflicting that same pain onto someone else. And
unless I
Yeah,
become norm. Like,
or unless you become Mistra.
but even then, we can cast the book aside if we can't find anybody. If you don't eventually want to take on the role of Mistra, we can just destroy the book, make sure no one gets their hands on it. Because if no one has the power to become a god, literally, then we will be in the clear.
Normally, I'd be in agreement with that, but considering the various other shit that's at play here, we need every card we can get.
Yeah, especially with a chain breaker. You just hear the thunder
Yeah,
and the wolf howling. Woo! Every time you
Lucas just kind of perks up a little bit at the wolf howl, but then he's like, "Yeah, the return of that, with the return of what's his face, and with Zigbar breaking just about every damn rule in the multiverse."
you don't have to make a decision or anything now, but it's
Oh,
always good
no,
to
no, no,
think.
no, no. But
And whatever
or
decision you go with, we will respect and we'll go along with it.
you raised a good point, though. Mister could just find another Vox Arcanorum. I mean, I haven't opened this book and accepted it yet. It could be anyone.
You know, who
yeah,
knows what
that
kind
is the
of,
downside.
but who knows what kind, and who knows what kind of shit she'll do to that person. The same she's done to you.
Or it could be
I mean,
somebody enthusiastic to work with her somehow. I can't imagine it, but
that'd be at least a good chunk of maybe the wizards that are in that tower, but unless she's trying to find someone that is already traumatized enough, in that case, she's got maybe a plethora of people, myself included, but honestly, after everything that's happened, I doubt she would want to even try and pull a stunt like that.
it's, it's not my fault, but by association, it's my fault that the issue with the worlds is happening in the first place because nobody's there to keep it in balance.
That isn't your fault. That's all.
Well,
That'd be
I'm prolonging the solution by not doing anything.
Well, when the time comes, you'll know what you need to do. Right now, we just have to take care and tackle every single problem whenever they arise. That's the best we can
which
do
for
for right now.
which for right now involves trying to power up these vestiges.
I would like to do more research on Midnight
Yeah,
whenever we have the opportunity.
Well, I mean, we are
maybe.
near a castle with full of, unending knowledge.
Yeah, honestly, I feel like if we step in there again, Mistra is going to show her head this time, which, if you guys want to go looking for information and leave me to pretty much start yelling at her,
She can show her
though,
head.
honestly, it's Yeah, though honestly, if she does try and pull shit, I don't know. Part of me feels like I should go Beowulf the next time she does, but I've that's probably going to make things worse. But
Yeah,
then again, I did just kind of prevent us from being banished there by opening the door again.
Yeah. We don't have to let her know that. We can just surprise her.
I
Like we just
mean,
somehow walk in. She'd be like, "Ah."
considering that all the other people in there saw us, she probably knows.
yeah. If they're brave enough to tell her.
Mm.
Yeah, brave enough to tell her that a multiversal traveler busted her door open with little to no ease. Do you realize how she just kind of thinks for a second, is like, oh god, I got a feeling that if she finds out, she's probably gonna show up and be like, what the fuck's wrong with you?
She can show her head all she wants, but she's better not. She better not think about showing any fangs.
Eh, yeah, nah, it'll be fine. My dad shit talked Asmodeus.
All right. Well, now that we have, I guess, some information on our side, what's the plan?
No, well, we're not wanted anymore, at least in Wildmount. I'll probably reach over to Tal'Dorei as well. Uh, we could head to some form of library, see what we can get on midnight. Uh,
He's gonna actually here. He's gonna say, Alora,
Uh, she looks and says, "Yeah."
hey, what exactly do we need to do in order to power up our vestiges? Like, do we like take them to a priest, or we you said they're living beings, right? Do we just like poke it and just tell it to wake up, or?
She looks and says, "Well, for each vestige, it's usually something different. Usually, from my experience, they wake up and become sentient when a person um, overcomes some sort of personal fear or has a moment of revelation, something like this. Um, it's I can't say for certain, but I would think, and this is just me sort of making wild guesses. I don't know how to awaken the tome now that we've cut ties with Mistra, this version, but we can awaken the sword, I think, by finding the Fire Shari's daughter. We can also, I think, we can awaken your raps, Zelron, by dealing with that man. I'm sure you know who he is.
Oh yeah. Oh, that person. Yeah, if we ever come across him, I would like to deal with him on my own, if possible. Obviously,
there is
if
possible.
things do go south, I would like some assistance. But overall, I think that one is my fight.
There is possibly another way to awaken the sword. And honestly, I don't know how much I'll like it.
Uh, you see, she looks and says, "Well, if it's significantly easier, then what's your idea?"
I wouldn't say it's significantly easier, but it's definitely gonna be something that might have an impact on me, to say the least. So he just kind of looks, he just kind of sighs, and he's like, as much as I'd like to say that I've accepted myself for who I am right now, that's honestly not completely true. There's still at least one part of me, the oldest part of me, I still haven't accepted fully yet.
Um, what parts of you is that?
The one I was born with. The darkest part of me. The Beowulf.
She nods and says, I understand it's been hard for you. Um, but how do you think we can help you come to terms with that?
Last time I was able to control it with, um, for lack of better words, a magical stone that gifted me different powers that allowed me to have some control over it, but that's not going to be any help in this case. And honestly, it wasn't really much of a help as it was, well, maybe a crutch, I don't know, but I need to find some way to confront the Beowulf myself. Not to transform into it, not to let it take over me, but to actually come face to face with it.
You see, Alora looks and pauses as you see she like receives a message, um, and you see she says, "Oh, I see. Um, so, um, the Fire Shari's daughter, Liliana, she's out on the sea on a boat somewhere. She had gone there for her aramente, and the point is, um, I've just received word from the headmaster, and she's dealing with a creature that looks like the one you've described."
What?
I'm not entirely sure either myself, but she's somewhere on the Osmit Sea.
That can't be possible.
Uh, you see, she says, the Ashari have said that they couldn't get close enough because it's an area of the sea that's far too remote, and they wouldn't be able to send any forces out themselves because they don't have any spells to teleport. But if you so wish, I might be able to take us there.
Well, if it could awaken if it could awaken that vestige with little, with little atoll on him, then I guess that's gonna be the best thing we have. I mean, and we're just rescuing someone. It can't be that hard.
Yeah, but that's still doesn't make sense. I mean, this has got to be Zigbar's doing. I just got a feeling it's Zigbar.
Um, you see, she says, well, shall I take us there? Do you want to rest first, or because there might be a battle on the other side?
I'm still waiting on. I think we should wait here for a bit, at least until Pyra arrives.
Um, you see, she nods, and you start hearing in the distance the flapping of wings, and you see Pyra, the Sueno dragon, goes and lands on your right shoulder, and goes and like nuzzles up against your cheek.
Hi, girl.
Well, that was very ironic timing.
Yeah, very convenient. But
You see,
Um, but he says, "Hi, hey, hi. It's been so long. Wow, you know what? Even though you've been alive for a long time, you managed to still grow like ever so slightly. How do you like? What have you been eating? What has she been feeding you?
Sell.
Hmm.
We're
Oh,
on a time clock here.
um, I would love to spend more time with you, but I have a request for you. Uh, so her father, uh, King Dwendal, I'm pretty sure you know who that is, considering
He's a dick.
considering mother's past.
Okay.
Also, sorry, Adelaide, for insulting your father, but he is a dick.
He's not like that normally.
Well, he's up to some. He could be up to some shady things, and we've been a little bit skeptical, and we would like you to observe him and report back everything you find. Speed it like you don't have to be anywhere near them or anything. You can be in the shadows, lurking, or you could disguise yourself as like a companion, a part of his crew or something. I don't know, but we need this intel because we never know what he could be planning, and who knows what dangerous and reckless things he could be doing.
Um, you see Pyra nods and says, I'll try to be as quiet as possible, and I'll bring back as much info as I can.
Okay.
Shit, we can talk.
Yeah, you didn't know that?
No!
I really didn't expect that either.
Wow, you people are so last century. Um, well, I thank you, and again, sorry to have to call you here just to put you into trouble, but this really is the fate of many lives at stake, and he can get kind of reckless. So, would you mind? Yeah. You already said yes. Sorry. I'm just not good at asking for things.
Um, you see, yeah, Pyra nods and says, I don't mind. Just be as safe as you can.
Yes. You too. At the slightest glimpse of danger, you come right back. Well, not
Pyra
here,
nods.
but like come back to where we are, if you can find us.
All right. Pyra nods and flies off.
All right. Now we have a little. Now we have a little earworm inside Dwindle.
Why can it talk?
They do that. Is that not a thing where you come from?
No,
I mean,
we don't
not
have
always.
we don't have tiny dragons where I come from either.
Wait, you
Wow.
don't have tiny dragons?
I don't.
Well, not as like assistants that speak.
Well, it's not really a dragon
Okay, yeah, that's fair.
technically. It's more of a pseudo dragon. But I mean, like, that's beside
But
the
it
point.
has dragon in the name.
Yeah,
Don't need to get up hung up on the specifics or anything. But yeah, the dragon can talk. She's a really she's
I'm
actually
just saying, I'm just saying, if it looks like a duck, and if it flies like a duck,
it's probably a goose. But I get the feeling that she'll be very vigilant, and that way we can keep tabs, and we'll be notified if any shady things go down, and we can be there when they happen.
all right. Well, that takes care of one thing off the checklist. And he just kind of pulls the dragon blade out, does a little sort of swing loop, sets it on the back of his shoulder, and he's like, Who's ready to save the daughter of an Ishari headmaster and for me to hopefully kick the ass of a monster?
I'm ready to do one of those things.
Oh yeah. You see that? Yeah. Let me try to get Bongo working once again.
Oh yeah, she just kind of fucking like died.
Tell me, she's not
Yeah,
responding to anything.
Bongo's just like,
She keeled
bro.
over.
It's just like, nope.
The volume was like fluctuating so much, I had to turn it down really quiet.
Yeah,
For me, she was
Yeah,
just like
no,
skipping.
Bongo.
She was skipping in and out.
Yeah,
For me.
Bongo just kind of gave out on us.
yeah. Hold on.
Rip.
Uh, so, um,
It's like that one. It's like that one scene in Shrek 2. He croaked. Oh, there she is. Okay,
Hey,
she still has
there we
some.
go.
She still has some jubiance in her. Still a little bit of life.
okay. So, God damn it. Whatever. It's fine. You see that
I think I
Allura?
prefer the silence. I'm gonna turn her. I'm gonna
Yeah.
turn this down.
So, you see that? Let's just fucking. We'll be fine. I'll just put YouTube videos in the music chat, and then if you want.
Oh yeah. Actually, yeah. Bring me that one. Yeah, because then I can just play it on my YouTube and it'll pick up on my end.
Okay.
That means you guys can play whatever musics you want for the battle scenes.
All right.
All right, moving on.
Having a hard time right now, Longo.
She's
Let's. Oh, maybe I have to
excuse me.
fucking
And we'll be
Discord.
right back after these messages.
Bourbon sauce and brown sugar bacon and Angus steak and a top bun. This
Oh,
shit
for
look
$5?
nasty as
That can't be right.
This shit look
Uh,
nasty as fuck.
Only at Applebee's.
Nah, that's Arby's right there. Arby's is the most disgusting place on earth besides Papa John's.
Bro, when
No,
was the
not Papa
last
John's.
time
I
you've
mean
been to an
Pizza Hut.
Applebee's?
I don't know.
I don't. It's been a while actually.
Yeah, I was about to say, does Applebee's even exist in your neck of the states?
Yeah,
Yeah,
they're all over the damn place. It's just that places that we have here, they're pretty. The Applebee's here are pretty cool.
yeah.
It's the Waffle House you want to watch out for. You're more likely.
Sure.
You're more likely to run in like. I swear, it's either you run into fights or racist people. So that's like we don't ever go into a Waffle House because you never know. You're rolling the dice when you walk in.
Yeah. There's one time my family and I went to Applebee's for a holiday, and the server was like, all right, we'll check if we have any open tables. And they were like, oh, we're going to go talk to our manager. And then they didn't move, and we just locked eyes. And then we were like, do we have any open tables? And they were like, I don't know, we haven't talked to our manager yet. So what the fuck were you doing the whole time? Anyways.
And we're back.
Wait, where's the
Anti-Applebee's propaganda as our ad break.
I'm saying. Anyway.
Are you
There's the
Don't try this at home, kids.
yeah. Okay.
Oh,
So
you're putting on the ambiance. The
yeah.
okay, got you.
So Alora is gonna teleport you guys. You see that she casts the spell, and you see that a flash of red arcane energy washes over as you step onto wooden floors, and you look around and you are on a boat. And you look up and it's a gray sky, and there are large kind of like flashes of lightning that hit the water, and it's kind of like disorienting as you land onto the boat, and the waves rock kind of the ship back and forth. 10 feet in front of you is a woman who has purple hair down to like her shoulders, and she's got this kind of like white and red looking outfit. Um, it's kind of like an elaborate like dress that goes about down to like her ankle. And you see Hold on 1 second.
She's a white lady.
Everybody make a perception check.
Oh shit.
No, these never go right. I did this time. Fuck yeah!
Okay, honestly, mine's not bad. Though I'm the lowest out of everyone. God damn it.
So, Adelaide and Zelron, you two are the first to notice that this woman is being held in the air by her throat. And Lucas, you notice this kind of like after a second as well. She's being held in the air by a man with a black cloak that you recognize.
God damn it.
You know,
Called it.
you know who's inside that cloak, and you see
Wait.
that.
Damn it, Lux.
As in Zigbar, no, or
You see that the woman looks at you with like kind of this like fear in her eyes. As let's drop this song as well.
no.
So this woman looks at you with fear in her eyes, and you're noticing that the man looks at all of you and says, "Well, took you long enough," and sets the woman down, kind of like throws her to the side. She tumbles against the side of the boat. And you, Lucas, see that he pulls his hood back, and you see this is a man you recognize, because this is who you were before. It's like looking in a dark mirror. You see Colsax on the other side of the boat.
God fucking damn it.
He
Also perfect, but god damn it.
He looks at you and says, "So I was wondering when you were going to show up, little wolf."
You see Lucas just kind of stand a little frozen, wide-eyed at this version of himself. Is definitely taken aback. You can definitely, as he just kind of looks and he's like, no, you can't be here.
He chuckles and says, "I couldn't before, but your friend with the eye patch allowed pretty much anything to happen. And because of your study with the rifts, I'm not really dead." Well, I have you to thank for that. He takes a step forward and looks at the rest of your friends and says, "This is who you've been traveling with? A bunch of nobodies? Pardon the pun."
You leave them out of this, Colsax.
I... Well, have it your way then. But I was the one who was never afraid to embrace the darkness. This is the version of you that wasn't afraid of really anything. But it is you.
Well, if you're here, then where's the Beowulf?
He looks to his right, and you see a dark corridor appears. And you see a hulking figure emerge. At first shadow, and then it fully coalesces into the large, familiar form of the Beowulf as he stands right next to it.
Just
He
kind of looks and is like, oh, fuck me.
He says, "So what's it gonna be, little wolf? Are you gonna hate yourself for even longer? Or are we gonna duke it out?"
Lucas, you can still kind of see that Lucas is you is a little scared in his eyes as he just kind of turns back to the rest of the party. And then just like slowly turns back to Colsax and the Beowulf. And he's like, just kind of closes his eyes, takes a deep breath, and he goes, "You got one thing wrong, Colsax."
He says, I highly doubt that. I've been studying you for a while, but if you can surprise me.
Well, for one, and you see Lucas opens his eyes as he goes into rage, and as he always does whenever he's raging, you can see that his eyes change from their normal color to once again into the sort of golden hue of those corrupted by darkness as he goes, "I never said I was scared of the dark."
He says, there he is. That's the me I remember. I would love for everybody to roll for initiative.
Oh dear.
Oh shit. I better get high this fucking time.
Curse my feet that I took.
God
Oh my
damn it.
Can we trade?
You know what? No, screw it. I'm taking my pity roll. I'm taking my fucking pity roll.
Okay,
DM's been overruled immediately.
fine.
God damn it.
You know what? I'll take it.
All right, now
Okay.
I'm just gonna do one turn with regular, shard rolls, and if not, I'm just gonna go to Google Dice.
Okay, fair enough.
I
So-
can't keep missing my attacks. Okay.
We're gonna add
Yeah,
everybody
no,
to the
I am gonna be at the bottom of the freaking barrel facing off against myself.
Na. You see that we're gonna add some stuff to the map now. Add these guys. Okay. I'm gonna put Alora right here. I have her hidden still.
You have all of us hidden still.
I'm organizing. Hold on. Hey, organizing.
Ah!
Call Sachs. There he is. Because I didn't want to ask for the Call Sachs art. And then there's the Beowulf. He's fucking
Because
huge.
you didn't want to ask for the Beowulf either.
And then we gotta add you guys onto the map. So, the way this is gonna work. So, Colsax and the Beowulf are way over here. And then the girl he just tossed to the side is sitting right here. And you guys are on the side of the boat. This is where Laura is. And then you can position yourselves wherever you see fit.
Where's my sexy ass at?
Right
I'm
there.
gonna be a little more towards the front of
Okay.
the group.
I know we got things to do after, so I'll try to make this quick.
He's gonna.
Yeah, I still got about half an hour.
Alright.
I've got all the time ever.
Yeah. Actually, in that case, we'll have it up there.
Alright. So, combat is going to begin. Adelaide, you are the first to act.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna do a really big thing and give myself mage armor, and then give Luke bardic inspiration with my bonus action.
Oh, hell yeah.
Nice. Any movement or no?
Nope, that's all.
You got it. Finishing Adelaide's go, it's going to be Laura. Zelron, you're on deck. You see a... You see Alora is going to look at coal sacks, and you see she steps to the side like this and points her staff and says, "I know my student. You are not him." And casts a 5th level cone of cold right at him. Con save. Success, but...
Oh, of course it's plus 13.
What? It's got no, it's... Anyways. So he takes half, so 20 points of cold damage. He laughs as cold energy overtakes the side of his body. He goes... He looks at Alora and says, "We'll have to deal with you, won't we?" She says, "You can try." Finishing Alora's go is going to be Zelron. Lucas, you're on deck.
Okay. He's gonna go up to Kolsak and hit him with a booming blade scimitar attack.
Go.
Okay. Okay. Not bad.
Yeah, that hits.
Oh, thank gosh. Okay, so, boom. And then I have to... Oh, shit. Okay. Alright. So because I'm past level 5, I get 2d6 and 2d8 instead of 1.
Yes.
And then I get an extra plus 1 to damage. So that's overall. So that's 7, 13, 22, 23?
Yeah.
That's 23.
And then... Hell yeah. And yeah. Oh shit, sorry.
Oh no, yeah. He slices down and, it's just like, you just see that as he brings the sword down on him, it just makes a loud thunder. Like, you just hear the thunder from, like, the clouds and everything around him. It just gets louder.
Hell yeah.
And for his bonus action, he is going to use Quicken spell on his scimitar. On Booming Blade Scimitar. He's gonna attack again.
Okay.
18 to hit.
This time, he's going to use his reaction to parry. You see that he... as you go and strike down the second time, he puts up his arm and it hits the outside. And he looks at you as he moves his arm to the side. And says, "Almost."
Well, I suppose that I have nothing else to do. So... Actually, you know what? No, he's just gonna stay there.
Alright. Finishing Zelron's go, it's going to be Lucas.
Alright. First off, I'm going to click the Boots of Haste.
Okay.
Apply condition. Then as I do that, I just kind of look to everyone and I go, "He's mine!" And I charge after him. And I swing at him with the Dragon Blade.
Yeah, go for it.
24.
20. He already used his reaction, so that hits.
Alright, so that's 14 points of damage, and because of my Path of the Zealot subclass, I get to deal an additional 2 points of necrotic damage on this attack. So that's 16 damage total.
Hell yeah.
And then, because of haste, I get another action, which I'm going to attack him again.
Okay.
Shit, 13.
Ouch. This time, so the first time he makes contact with him, sparks fly, and you see blood splatters onto the ground, and you see that he, the second time, grabs your sword and is like pushing it back against you. His hands are shaking, he's bleeding. Yeah, anything else?
Yeah, I'm going to use my action surge because I'm pissed.
Oh yeah, go for it.
So I get one more attack. 26.
26 definitely hits.
12 points of damage total.
You rip the blade out of his hands and go for like an opening that you see in his like shoulder, and he's like sent back as he grunts in pain, and even more sparks and blood fly onto the deck of the ship.
That is going to be the end of my turn.
You got it.